The Stone Angel is a novel by Canadian author Margaret Laurence, first published in 1964. The story revolves around Hagar Shipley, an elderly woman reflecting on her life as she approaches death. Here's a brief summary. The novel is set in the fictional town of Manawanka, Manitoba, Canada, and it spans several decades. Hagar Shipley, the protagonist, is a proud and stubborn woman in her 90s, looking back on her life with a mix of regret, defiance, and bitterness. The narrative alternates between her present-day struggles and memories from her past. Hagar's life story unfolds as she remembers her childhood, her strained relationship with her father, her early adulthood, and her ill-fated marriage to Bram Shipley, a poor farmer. Throughout her life, Hagar grapples with societal expectations, family conflicts, and her own sense of independence. As the novel progresses, Hagar's relationships with her two sons, Marvin and John, become central to the story. She struggles to connect with them and is haunted by the mistakes she made as a mother. Her desire for control and her inability to express her emotions lead to tragic consequences within her family. The Stone Angel explores themes of pride, aging, family dynamics, and the passage of time. It is a poignant and introspective novel that delves into the complexities of human relationships and the impact of personal choices on one's life. The Stone Angel by Margaret Laurence is a complex novel that delves into the life of its protagonist, Hagar Shipley, offering a detailed exploration of her experiences and relationships. Here's a more detailed summary. Introduction to Hagar. The novel begins with an elderly Hagar Shipley reflecting on her life in the fictional town of Manawanka, Canada. She is characterized as a fiercely independent and stubborn woman, proud of her Scottish heritage. Flashbacks to childhood. Hagar's memories take us back to her childhood, where she had a strained relationship with her father, Jason Curry. He was a strict and emotionally distant man who favored her brother, Dan, over her. Her mother, though gentle, couldn't protect her from her father's favoritism. Marriage to Bram Shipley. Hagar marries Bram Shipley, a poor farmer, against her father's wishes. This marriage is marked by hardship and poverty. Hagar becomes isolated and resentful, as Bram is not the man she had hoped for. Despite the birth of their two sons, Marvin and John, their marriage deteriorates. Conflict with sons. As her sons grow, Hagar's relationships with them become strained. She has high expectations for them but struggles to express her love and affection. This leads to conflicts, especially with John, who rebels against her authority. Independence and aging. Hagar's strong sense of pride and independence drives her to take on difficult tasks even as she ages. She refuses to accept help, leading to injuries and accidents. Marvin's tragic death. Marvin's death in World War I deeply affects Hagar. She blames Bram for their son's enlistment and death, which adds to the family's turmoil. John's rebellion. John marries Arlene, a woman Hagar despises, and this further strains their relationship. John and Arlene eventually move away, leaving Hagar alone. Hagar's isolation. In her old age, Hagar becomes increasingly isolated. She rejects the assistance of Doris, a caring nurse, and refuses to move to a nursing home. She clings to her pride and independence, even as her health deteriorates. Reflection and revelation. Hagar's narrative is interspersed with introspective moments where she realizes the futility of her pride and the emotional distance she maintained from her loved ones. The Stone Angel. The novel's title is symbolic of Hagar's character, unyielding and immovable, like the stone angel in the cemetery. It represents her stubbornness and refusal to change. Death. The novel ends with Hagar's death. In her final moments, she comes to terms with her past and reconciles with her memories. She acknowledges her own faults and the importance of love and connection in life. The Stone Angel is a powerful exploration of human pride, regret, and the consequences of one's choices. It paints a vivid picture of a complex character and the emotional struggles she faces throughout her life.